ever seen those special TV shows or movies? You know the ones that are so wonderfully unintentionally bad and bring you so much joy and captivate you, but for all the wrong reasons?
Well, buckle up, Busters, because we here at B-Watch Rewatch absolutely live for these underdog gems. And now more than ever, it's important to take a break from the hard stuff. Come join your fellow B-Watchers as we escape from the chaos of life in our hilariously unhinged community.
So please, allow us,
Colin
and Cadence, a sibling duo that shares a passion for such cinematic excellence, to take you on a wild ride through all the TV shows and movie plots you never knew you needed to hear.
Hello, it's Colin.
Hello, it's Cadence.
And welcome to season... what? 8?
I almost had a moment, but yeah, last season was 7.
Well, because the whole Twilight really threw us off. It feels like season 11.
That Twilight really threw us for a loop. That was almost a whole season.
I can't believe we're back for season 8. How exciting is this? I'm just jumping out my seat.
We've been doing this for so long.
Well, we have been doing this a long time, but also...
Well, I mean, we also took a break.
Also, there's no rhyme or reason to our seasons.
Yeah.
They kind of just come and go.
We go.
Yep. We say season. No, we do really take breaks in between our seasons, but we've been trying to do like a spring and fall type thing, you know.
And then if you have not noticed, we do try to pick sort of a theme for that season. So there's something that's kind of generally keeping it coherent.
Somewhat structured, or our brains will go all over the place.
I know. We kind of just do our best, you guys. Kind of just do our best to stay as organized as possible. But we are back. And this season is going to be a season of doing all the movies that you have requested us to do, which we're really excited about.
Yay.
If you've ever requested something or made a suggestion on social media, I always say, like, thank you so much, I'll add it to the list. And I'm not just bullshitting you. There really is a list, and I really have been keeping it and compiling it. This is where this list is here to shine. It's the list's time to shine.
We got so many good recommendations, and sometimes people, all recommendations are good, so thank you, everybody. But there are some that fall within the B-Watch. They align with our values, I guess you could say.
Our mission statement.
They're more in line with our company ethos. A lot we have never heard before, and we look them up, and we're like, oh, boy, howdy, that is definitely, that is B-Watch material right there. So we appreciate all recommendations, but we have kind of narrowed it down. That we've never seen. I don't think either of us have seen any of these. And B, we felt made really good. B-watching.
B-watch material.
B-watch material.
Yeah, I think there's only a couple that we didn't choose. And it was simply because, like you're saying, it didn't really fit the theme. But there's also some that we put on other lists because we got very organized the other day. And we kind of mapped out other seasons. So some of the things that people suggested will end up in other seasons where it better fits the theme.
Oh, yeah. So keep a listen out for that, because we definitely, I hate themed. I hate the word themed. It makes me think of like Live, Laugh, Love, like a kitchen with a rooster and a bathroom with like a seashell,
Yes.
But I guess it's more like inspiration for the seasons, because we did superheroes and then we did the childhood movies that caused us adult trauma.
We did one that was like sci-fi movies.
Oh, I loved the sci-fi one.
Oh, that was a fun... Sand Sharks is like one of my all-time favorites. And
Freshwater,
of course.
I love Freshwater. Freshwater, just the albino croc in Freshwater, Sabretooth.
I could listen to freaking Freshwater once a week and still get the giggles because it was just such... Yes.
Those bubbles.
Also, like, Sand Sharks makes me giggle. And, of course, Brooke Hogan, the queen.
Oh, Brooke.
With her little magnifying glass, her little baby magnifying glass, looking at those shark teeth.
She can play any role that's given to her.
I mean, all you gotta do is give her the right pair of cutoff shorts, and she can do
That's part of her contract.
Anything.
She will never be in a movie unless she has cutoff shorts. Anyway, this season is going to be the request. But... yeah, we're going to get into it today, and we're very excited.
Today, we are starting this season with the 1982 classic Beastmaster.
Woo!
It's not as complicated as one might imagine.
Simpler times. Simpler times.
It's pretty straightforward. It involves a very, very, very muscular, oily as fuck man.
Oh, slippery Sam. He is shiny, slippery, beautiful wavy hair.
So slippery. He's got a beautiful fringe leather loincloth.
Yes, that is one thing that sets him apart. Not like a regular loincloth, a fringe kind of like.
Yes.
It is so fringe. It's kind of like a mix between like the gladiator kilt things and a loincloth. It's very cute.
It's so cute. So much thigh, so much butt cheek. No shortage.
We'll get into it, but there's the costumes are, yes.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, so he is this character named Dar. Dar, you heard that right, D-A-R,
Yep.
Dar.
And he looks like a dar. Just take that. It's not a good or bad thing. Just looks like a dar.
Dar is the long lost son of a king. Okay, so this is kind of Moses-y in the sense that he is taken as a baby. He's raised by someone else, and this is sort of his journey to find his true father, to find his true home, to find his true destiny.
And to find a loincloth that fits him, hopefully.
To find a loincloth. And one of his skills that is part of like what makes this journey so intriguing is that he can communicate with animals.
They're called beasts.
Because he's a beastmaster.
And one of the beasts is a panther. But it's not
Yes.
actually a panther. It's a
It's not
tiger.
a panther.
It's a tiger dyed with L'Oreal, and they made it black. So like the whole time, you can like clearly see. I guess tigers were easier to work with. It's so funny because you can see. It's supposed to be his pal because it's based off a book.
Oh, some shots his whole face is out.
It's a full tiger with a really
Some
bad.
shots just is around its mouth because it's been drinking water.
Like you could see that the hair dye faded over the movie, so it just slowly is morphing into a tiger.
It's hilarious.
Oh, it's
it's
good.
so funny. They really thought they were getting away with something there. So the other thing to keep in mind, and we'll talk a little bit more about this as we get in there, it's not just that he can talk to animals with his mind, which he can. He also can use them. So like he has a pet hawk, and the hawk is his eyes kind of a thing. So he can get a bird's eye view, if you will, if he sends his hawk out to do the spying.
He kind of telepathically enters the beast's mind, or at least their senses, for a moment.
Yes. And it's kind of like we always talk about creature cam and how that's a classic thing for
yes.
movies that we love, right? So he gets to inhabit creature cam and he gets to experience it.
That's next level.
I know.
We
It's a
always
dream come
say,
true.
if there's a movie that has a creature cam, and creature cam is just anything from the creature's point of view.
From the creature's
If
perspective.
any movie has that, it's a guaranteed banger, dude. It's going to be a good movie, no matter
It
what.
cannot fail.
It
I mean,
can't fail.
that's a fact. It cannot fail. He gets the experience that Colin and I wish we could have, which is seeing things
Through creature
from
cam.
the creature's perspective. So that's it. He's on a journey with all of his beasts to find his true destiny. We open with these hot-bodied women surrounding a cauldron, okay?
Oh, that's a good way to start. Strong start. Strong start.
They're kind of dancing, humping it, but it's a squatted sort of position. They're kind of squatting and just sort of like going back and forth in a squat.
The cauldron
deep
isn't big
squat.
enough. It's kind of like an in-ground cauldron, so they've had to make some kind of adjustments. It's almost like they're around a
Yes.
puddle, possibly
Yes,
a
they're
cauldron.
compensating for
You know
the
what?
height of the cauldron.
They're making do with what they got. More power to them.
They're like, just squat low. It makes the cauldron look bigger. Guys, their bodies are gorgeous. All they're wearing is kind of like a piece of fabric that's draped over the front and around the and over the back. Okay, so poncho style.
Instantly, you're seeing lots of skin.
But with a little belt. So it's like all side boob, all side thigh, like so much
Love a
body is
good side
showing,
boob,
okay?
yes.
And you're like, oh, who are these beautiful, hot, squatting witches? And then you come around the cauldron and you see their faces.
Oh boy, we got a Hell Comes to Frogtown situation.
It's a big surprise.
Boy, howdy. I bet everybody was like, whoa, what's going on there?
The first time I saw it, I was like, are they human face masks? Like, did they cut faces off other human people and then wear them?
No.
But it's just a really bad face special effects.
Bad prosthetics.
Yes. However, they all have these very stylish leather skull caps that they wear on top.
The creative direction was all over the place because I think it really shook a lot of people up when they saw those faces. And you're right the whole time. It's kind of like, imagine somebody like standing up that plays imagine someone playing a piano, but they're standing up. There's no bench. That's kind of what they're doing with the water in the cauldron. They're kind of like all squatted, like really into it. And you're like, oh, these bitches are really owning it. And like their hot bodies, like Cadence said, they're feeling the music. And you're like, okay, I get into this. And in their cauldron, there's kind of this, like you see this beautiful sleeping kind of
vision,
woman.
yeah.
And then a character comes in. He's a big deal.
Yeah, so we're just going to call him Rip Torn because he's played by Rip Torn, and you can't really call Rip Torn anything other than Rip Torn because he's so enigmatic.
I have it playing in the background. There's skull caps. Like,
their skull caps are so weird.
Who thought, like, okay, we're going to give the audience a real big shock with these witches' faces, but we're also going to add these half-torn skull caps. It's so weird. Yeah, sorry, just side note. Okay, so Rip Torn comes in.
Yes, so Rip Torn is the head, we'll call him the head priest. They're all standing around the cauldron looking at this vision, and it's the vision of a pregnant woman sleeping. And the hot-bodied witches are like, bad news, this woman is going to have a baby, and that baby is going to kill you.
Oh, tale as old as time. Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
The truth is hungry. The truth is horrible. The prophecy dooms you.
I must know.
You will die at the hands of Zed's unborn son.
He's like,
Zed's unborn son will die.
Coincidentally, right at that moment, King Zed walks into the dungeon where the cauldron is.
He's like, yep, what? Did I hear my name? Did I hear my name? My ears are ringing.
I was like, how did he find out about this? Because he immediately walks in and he's like, what are you guys doing in here? And he's like, nothing. We're not talking about
nothing.
your baby. We're not talking about
Take
your wife. We're not looking
Girls,
at her
take off the skull
sleeping.
caps. Girls, take it off. Get cool. They all huddle together and hide the cauldron behind them. Like, nothing. No.
They're like, no, there's not a cauldron. We're not looking at your wife sleeping right now. We're definitely not doing that. He's like,
I have been told you are planning a child sacrifice. Demands the life of an unborn. I will not allow the sacrifice of an innocent.
you need to stop doing this right now, Rip Torn. And he's like, well, I'm not going to.
The unborn child is yours. It must be cut from its mother.
So guess what? All these guards, they work for me now.
Oh, instant storied plot twist. And just to give a little visual, Rip Torn from the front on looks like a normal human being. Turn to the side, he is got some bird going on, which comes into play later. But you have to understand that he has got a honker of a nose on him. It's a prosthetic, and you're like, oh, okay.
They put a big old beak. A big old beak.
It
is comical. I know they probably meant it. It's like supposed to be symbolic, but it's like not. It's just funny looking. It just does not do anything serious for the character at all.
Yeah, he looks like Birdman.
Oh, I forgot to say something. The king's like,
You are banished for life. In Arak, no one will remember your name. Go practice your heathen religion in the outlands with the barbarian Juns.
you are no longer welcome in our city. And it's Arak is the city, A-R-O-K. You're no longer welcome in Arak. Take your heathens, your hot-bodied witches with skull caps,
Your butterface witches.
all your priests, your cauldrons, load it all up, and get the hell out of here and go be heathens somewhere else.
Oh, you want to see heathens? You want to see heathens. Okay. Girls, round up. Let's go to your sleeping wife. And that's what they do. They go to his sleeping wife. She's a beauty. Just perfect 80s, laying down, blown out curly hair. This is where the movie starts off strong because we're like, holy shit, these butterface witches they're determined to kill this baby that could potentially kill Rip Torn.
But they can't just kill it. They have to sacrifice it in a very complicated way.
They can't just wait till it's born and then kidnap it and sacrifice it.
No.
So the witches, they go to the sleeping woman. They put this like goo stuff on her neck.
They also bring in a cow. So you're like, why are they sneaking into this woman's room with a cow?
Yes. Sorry.
Just set the stage.
Sorry. I gotta say, back up. Yes. They're in there. Butterface witches. They bring in the cow, sleeping woman. They put this goo-lek on her neck. I think it's to paralyze her. But I think it has something to do with their little spell.
It was confusing because it's like this neon glowing like goo that they pour right on her little neck. Yeah, and on the King Zed's neck too.
So King Zed, he told the heathens to get out, and then he's like, I'm going to bed. Get the hell out of here. Round up your goons. Get the hell out. And then the next scene is him sleeping next to his beautiful wife, who they just saw sleeping in the cauldron. So she's either been asleep for a very long time or he just put that aside and went right to bed.
Because when they had their little tense words and he was like, get the hell out of here, Rip Torn is like, these guys work for me. Two of the guys kill themselves, like hang themselves right then and there to prove their loyalty. So I thought right then they were taking Zed captive. And
Nope.
he was like, I'm in charge now. But no, Zed just was like, okay, well, I guess it's time for bed.
Yeah, sure you are, bud. Sure you are, bud.
Okay,
Going to bed.
gonna go to bed.
Very confident. I like King Zed. So they're give the goo and they're doing their little sexy squat chant. And you see this beautiful pregnant belly shrink. And then the cow that they brought into the room, its belly starts to grow. You guys, they suck that baby right out of that sleeping woman.
He used magic to transfer that baby from the woman to the cow.
You know what? It has to be done right here and now.
Yes.
Rip Torn, he doesn't want to wait.
No.
Because heaven forbid you wait for that baby to be born. You have to do this really complicated magic. Then they take the cow, the pregnant cow, out into the woods. And needless to say, they cut open its stomach.
They do a C-section on that cow.
They do. And poor cow. That cow just had no part. He didn't want any part of this. But what happens, of course, right when they do the C-section, they're going to kill this baby.
Rip Torn has made it clear that this baby has to be sacrificed in a specific way. What you have to do is take the baby out. You have to brand the baby with the A-Rock symbol. Then you have to stab the baby. Then you have to throw the baby into the fire. So it's like this whole ceremony.
Do not stab the baby before you brand it, or the whole thing will be thrown off.
Because it's taking so long, there's a dude who's like walking by with his donkey who just happens upon the ceremony. And he's like, what is happening with this? There's a cow that's cut open. There's a baby crying. There's a branding iron. There's a butterface lady with a skull cap and very sexy legs. I'm confused by this whole situation.
He had no idea what he was getting into that day.
So he chucks he has this weapon. I'm not sure what it's called. It looks sort of like
A boomerang?
a boomerang, but with blades on it.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool weapon. I just have one question, though, real quick.
Yeah.
What would happen, hypothetically, if they accidentally did stab the baby, then brand it, then threw it on the fire? Because I'm thinking the baby just has to die either way not to kill this guy, right?
Right.
So at that point, I'd be like, I don't have to follow the rules for this dumb thing. I just have to kill this baby. I just have to sacrifice it. So steps don't matter to me. That's how I would feel, you know?
You're absolutely right. Maybe they just don't want to take the risk.
Like, you don't have to stab it or brand it. You just have to throw it on the fire at that point.
Yeah. Or leave it in the cow.
Or
I
leave it-
mean, just keep it in there. It's not going to get out. They had to gut it out.
No, like if the prophecy is that the baby's going to grow up and kill you, then just keep the baby in the cow, dude.
Just like let the cow free in a field.
Why go through all this zumbo jumbo? Just leave it in the cow. Bye.
If it can't get out without you cutting it out, then you're good. It's just going to be in there.
You don't have anything to worry about. But yes, there's the guy that comes by. He's this, he's not homeless. He's just dirty as fuck, right? But he's not homeless. He comes by, chucks that razor blade boomerang at the skull-capped butterfaces, and snatches that baby.
Well, and at that point, there's just one skull-capped butterface. They've left.
They all got tired. They left. They're like, Matilda, you finished the ritual.
This is her one job. So she gets in a fight with him. At one point, he turns around and it's like from the bottom up. So it's like panning up her legs, up her hot bod. And then all of a sudden it gets to her face and her skull cap. And he's like, what the fuck is happening with this person? He's very confused. He stabs her, throws her in the fire. The tables have turned because now she's been stabbed and sacrificed. How does it feel, lady? And he takes the baby. And that is how our little guy Dar ends up with his adopted dad. There's just sort of a little montage.
I was going to say that's how our little Dar, our little slippery Sam enters the world. That'd be just trauma. Could you imagine entering the world like that? Wow.
Yeah, taken out of a cow.
But yeah, you do have the classic like montage of like Dar and adopted dad doing things in the forest.
Training
Cleaning
with their
houses,
weapons.
booming, rain.
Yeah.
I'm just learning everything from my adopted, not homestead.
Not homestead. Because it turns out he's from a village. When Dar is like roughly 12, give or take, they're out having a montage in the woods, learning some weaponry, and they are like harassing this other guy from their village and teasing him. And then the guy's really mad.
You old fool!
But then Dar is like sensing something. He's like, uh-oh, something's happening. And the guy that they're making fun of gets dragged into the bushes by a giant bear and gets mauled to death, is dying.
Crazy times back then. Crazy times.
And then the bear comes out of the thing. I don't know if you noticed this.
But he makes the connection.
Yes, but at one point the bear comes out, and because he's mauled this guy to death, his mouth is covered in blood, but in the next shot, it's perfectly clean. It just like had no consistency.
Bears are notoriously
whatsoever.
quick for cleaning off their mutilated blood bodies.
It was just
everybody
going
knows
back
that.
and forth with the bloody mouth. But when the bear comes out, Dar walks towards it, and first his dad is freaking out, obviously.
Dar, don't.
Don't do it,
Don't
Dar.
you do it, Dar.
Don't.
You get, Dar. You get.
And then you hear, this is how you know when he's talking to animals too. There's like a wind chime trinkle.
That's when I think we learn, that's when he's learning that he has powers. I think that's what it's trying to.
This is the first time this has happened for him, yes.
Yeah, it's the first time. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm talking to this bear. I would also be scared to talk to that bear right after he killed somebody. I'd be like, yo, why did you kill that guy? You know, I'd want to get into that bear's mind a little bit like that, but.
And you also don't know what he said. They don't go so far as to give you dialogue or what the communication was.
That's what I'm saying. What would you say? You'd be like, that was my friend you just killed. And that bear would be like, shut the fuck up. Don't care.
Well, you were making fun of him, so I didn't think you were going to mind. You guys were terrorizing him with your weapons, so I thought I was helping.
It's like the most like gaslighting bear. Well, you were making fun of him, so I thought you wanted me to kill him. You asked me to kill him. You told me with your mind.
With your mind.
I heard you. You didn't hear that? You didn't hear that? I heard you. That wind chime, that was you telling me to kill this guy.
Loudly. Don't make me feel bad about this. Don't put this on me.
Don't put this on me. Bye.
So the bear does just sort of like go back into the woods, and his dad's like,
what happened here today must never be known. Never. You have powers unlike anyone in the village. The gods have put their mark on you. And someday, you'll find out why. But till then, this mark will be your guide. You run ahead. Tell the village. Go.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
"12-year-old forest time with not homeless dad has passed. And even though you saw one of your friends get mauled by a bear, it doesn't have any emotional effect on you. You grow up into this blonde-haired, slickery guy named Dar.
Mm-hmm.
So we're full-grown Dar now. He's probably
Yes.
mid-20s, muscular, tan, classic 80s,
Yes.
like Conan the Barbarian. Again, he's just living life with his townspeople.
At this point, he's a little modest. He has a little tiny robe over his loincloth.
Oh, a tiny. And everybody in this town, you guys, they love legs. It's the leggiest town you've ever seen.
Love legs.
Even his not homeless dad has like, imagine like a toga, like a full Roman toga, but just tiny baby shorts, like right, the cloth ends right at the tip of whatever your penis is. So it's just right there. Everybody in the whole town, the tiniest little togas.
They're working those fields, though, so they got to have full range of motion. They have to be able to squat low. They have to be able to lunge.
Tiny on the bottom, flowy on top. Keep it real modest on top because it's like a trash bag on top.
Yes, at this point, Dar is rocking the teeniest, tiniest undies, but then like a little robe, like
It's
a
like
little
a
toga
flowy
robe.
moo on the top. It's great. But they see these crazy guys that have these like, because there's a lot of animal, obviously, it's Beastmaster. There's lots of animals, I was going to say paraphernalia. There's a lot of animal, what do you call it, representation. So this guy with this like big bat wing like thing, he just looks menacing. He comes with his little ruffians. They start attacking this damn little town, you guys. It's really sad.
They're called the Junes.
Yeah.
The Junes.
They're about to June up this bitch.
Yeah. They're connected to the Rip Torn situation.
Of course.
Not 100% sure how. I think maybe they're like kind of his army. There's the priests who are in the red robes.
He was like, dude, I got this. They're all my guys. And it's been some time, so Rip Torn has for sure built an army.
Yes, you're right. You're correct. So they are fighting for him. So there's the priests who kind of do all the ceremonies at home. And then there's the Junes who go out and do their thing.
It's a very tightly run ship. Rip Torn.
It's very well organized.
Him and that beak dude, they know. So Dar has this beautiful dog, you guys. This is where you might not want to listen if you truly love animals.
Trigger warning, animal violence.
They just have this connection. You know that he's not supposed to tell anybody that he's best friends with this damn dog. You know he's had to live the past 12 years of his life talking to this dog through windchime and nobody knows. But as the June are attacking, his dog is going to try to save him because he gets hit.
Yeah, the dog starts dragging him and you're like, oh, they're going to make it to safety. They're going to escape the battle. And then a fucking June on a horse fucking shoots that dog with a crossbow because for some reason also the June army's only weapon of choice are crossbows. Everybody has crossbows all the time. There's like no other weapons.
I mean, at that point, in that era, because this is a real era in time,
yes.
I would for sure have a crossbow. Who wants to carry around a sword or an axe or it'd be my weapon of choice too.
And it's easier than like pulling back your arrow every time because it's like loaded. So I feel like it's probably more efficient just to hit switch.
I'm the laziest. I just want to flick, like I'm riding on a horse, flick. Like, that would absolutely be me.
I agree.
In my tiny, tiny little teeny robe. Because I'd have a black robe. I'd be wearing the bat ears and I'd be like, you guys, no, I don't want to do this.
The main June guy is like Calm said, he's wearing like a full face covering mask, black leather, but then it's got like huge bat wings coming off of it.
It's really actually quite interesting. But he's also got little baby. No, I was going to say, wouldn't it be funny if he just had little baby?
Little baby shorts.
His dog gets shot. And you guys, even though his dog is shot and dying, he's still dragging Dar away from all of the...
Yeah, he's still trying
to save him. So he does actually save him, but the June kill Not Homeless Dad. They kill everybody in the town, and they kill poor Dar's dog. But Dar has been drug away into this field, and he wakes up.
And his dog has passed.
His dog's passed.
And... here's where Dar's like, I was wearing this poncho for modesty before, but now I'm in my revenge era and I will no longer be putting anything on the upper half of my body. And you will never see it covered again.
Never.
From here forward. So he oils up, he picks up the dead dog, he carries it back to the town, and everybody, they have somehow put up many wooden pikes.
I was about to say that.
And
how did they get the people up there? You guys, this is a brutal
12
situation.
feet in the air.
They have like 25-foot spiky poles, and the people are on the very top of those little poles. How did they do that?
I don't know.
They might have impaled them and then like hoisted them up.
And then hoisted them, like got enough, you could get your horse to like tie it to the post and then like pull it up or something.
Seems like a lot of work.
That's what I thought.
First, you have to dig a hole. You have to dig a big hole. Got to have your horse, stab them, have your horse lift it up, bury the hole. And there's like 50 of these.
There are so many. It's not like they just did one as a warning. They're like, oh, as many as we can get up on these pikes.
And also, did the army bring the poles? Where did the poles come from?
That's what I said. Because there's another scene later in the movie. I don't know if you remember this, but he's riding on a really long dirt road in the middle of a field, not a tree to be found.
Oh, it's pure
and
deserty.
Like 2 miles of the desert road is those fucking wooden pikes with bodies on them. And I'm like, did you bring the poles here? Did you set them all up? I mean, that's miles worth of work.
Rip Torn is probably back at home. That's why he's got all those different departments. because he's like, I've got the priest department, I've got the butterface witch department, I've got these bat warriors.
You are in the piked bodies
Piked department. And then he's got to control the people who whittle the freaking pikes. But yeah, basically Dar is like, it is funny because it is very symbolic. He really does rip off his modest tunic and full body exposure right now. And I know we've beat this like a dead horse, but you guys, it actually isn't even a loincloth. It's a belt and then just like strips of leather. Like you see full thigh, the most upper thigh you could ever possibly imagine.
And so much butt cheek.
So much butt
cheek. It is
cheek.
a lot of butt cheek.
Lots of glute.
In every direction. He takes the dog back to the village. He lays his dead dog down next to his dead dad, and then he lights them all on fire to say goodbye and leaves his village. And then you hear a voiceover of the dad being like,
Look for our enemies, the Johns, and you may search for your destiny in the Valley of Aruk.
follow the mark to your destiny in the Valley of Arok. And so you know that he's going to go on his journey. And he also puts on a very beautiful little crown, like a little tiara he finds, his little golden tiara.
Oh, he knows he knows what to vengeance style himself. He's got pure vengeance style, which more power to him. I'd do the same thing. You know, if you were having vengeance, your outfits would change.
Oh, you would slay.
Oh, if someone pissed you off and you're going vengeance, your outfits instantly are going to change.
Because you're like, if this is what they see before they die, because I'm going to kill them with revenge, they're going to see the best fucking thing I have to offer.
Yeah.
So thigh, butt, leather fringe, golden tiara,
everything.
bands around my wrists, like those leather bracelet cuffs.
Slicked, slippery body. And I'm just going to slide right into their DMs and cut off their head. I'm going to slip and slide right down. Could you imagine? He runs and then slips like that'd be the best.
Oh, and this is important. As he's leaving his village, that's when he meets his hawk for the first time. So his hawk comes down, lands on part of the wall around the village. They make eye contact. The wind chime sound happens. You're like, oh, they're friends. This is going to be a whole thing. The hawk is now going on the journey.
Hawk came right at that right time. He's like, you about to go on a revenge journey?
I heard you were going on a revenge journey, and I'm always around for revenge.
I'm right there with you, bud. He's like such a party hawk.
Party hawk.
I see you're getting all oiled up with your tiara, girl. Let's go.
Let's do this.
But he does meet this beautiful hawk. Man, I want to be a bird person so bad. I want to own birds. I want to have birds take me around. I want to have hawks and falcons. It's just something I want to do.
You should do it. Just make an arboretum in the castle, like just a whole bird room.
Just birds that all hate me and they just never want. It's all the magpies.
The magpies move in. They're like, oh, this is our home now.
I know. They just take over.
This is also, we mentioned this earlier, but this is when he learns that he can see through the vision of the hawk. A very handy tool for him.
Yeah, that must be shocking to learn. Because I'd be like, whoa, didn't know I could do that.
The thing that I appreciate is that there's this very long sort of montage where he's like roaming through the desert.
Oh, yes.
And you see from the hawk's perspective, he's like running up a side of like a cliff. And then he just picks up this giant long log and stands at the edge of the cliff and swings that fucking log around.
Swinging that
for
log.
Hours.
He's got to get in shape.
Revenge bod.
Revenge bod, but the hawk is just looking down, circling as he's swinging a giant tree trunk. And like Kaden said before, we are in the middle of the desert. There are no trees around for miles. So we are very confused as how they built the village, how they got the spikes. But he also, along with his little hawk friend, he also meets right now, two other very important people. His little ferret weasels.
Did you just say people?
Oh, sorry. Two very important characters. His little weasel friends. I don't know what their names are. Weasel 1 and 2.
Poto and Kodo.
Poto and Kodo. I think they're ferrets, but they could be weasels.
They're ferrets.
They could be weasels.
If you've listened to us for a while, You know that Colin one time found what he thought was an abandoned ferret in a dumpster. He thought someone had a pet ferret and didn't want to take care of it anymore and just let it run free. So he thought he was doing it a service of love.
Because I always wanted a ferret. I learned that at that moment. That I always wanted a ferret.
At that moment, he's like, I've always wanted this. This is my whole life has been leading me to this moment. So he's the Good Samaritan, takes it home. Guys, he had this pet for
a while.
Like, it was a long time.
Maybe a year. Loved it. It bit everybody, hissed, hated to be touched.
Oh, he tried to put it like in his backpack and take it with him like a little pet friend, and it hated him.
Yes, I really thought I thought I was the Beastmaster. I thought I was Dar.
You absolutely did.
And it hated me and everybody else. It ran away twice. I put up signs saying, please help me get Chauncey back. And I took it to the vet because it got sick, you guys. And it was not a ferret. It was a weasel, a wild weasel.
It was a Mexican weasel that he had kidnapped. So he thought he was saving an abandoned pet. And that poor weasel was like, I was just out here living my best life.
I know. I think it was just hot. I think it dumpster dived and just got so full that it just like passed out. And along comes this guy.
It was like the rat in Charlotte's Web that it like gets so fat, you know, like that.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, if you want to hear the full story, you can listen to one of that. I can't remember what episode it's in. As soon as the vet said that, I was like, oh, this makes total sense.
And when you look up a ferret and you look up a Mexican weasel, they're very different animals. They are
I came in with just bite marks and claws, and I'm like, oh, my ferrets.
He ran free. Like, that's what you guys also need to understand. He wasn't in a cage or anything. He was constantly
running around
free in the house at any given moment. And so he's just like a wild fucking weasel. He was just running around
your newborn kid,
hanging out my kids.
And once I found out that he was a weasel, his name went from Chauncey Pheromone to Chauncey Pheromone Weasel.
Yes, he did get an official name change. All of his documents were changed.
But okay, so
they're not weasels; they are ferrets. So yeah, they're being ornery, you guys. They are like always into trouble. All they want to do.
They're like the little mischief makers.
Is cause trouble. They steal his little bag and they drag it into a pile of quicksand.
Oh, they want to kill him. They don't want to cause mischief. They want to straight up kill him.
They want to murder him. Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, this is so mischievous. No, they're murdering fucking ferrets.
They're ferrets on a killing spree. He falls into the quicksand and he's like,
well, how about a little help? Come on. You two got me into this. Now get me out.
Guys, could you please help me? He's saying this out loud with his voice. They're just on the tree branch next to him, just being like, ha,
bye, sucker.
You're about to die. And then the tinkle bells start happening. The wind chimes start happening. Then the ferrets are like, okay. Okay, I get it. So it's like, I guess when he speaks out loud, that was my confusion. It's like, he's asking them to help him. They're not doing it. But then when the twinkle bells start, so I'm like, oh, so it has to be twinkle bells. It can't be spoken word.
I can't speak to animals. I want to think that I can, but I don't think it's animal behavior to try to murder you. Because they're intelligent little fuckers. They drag his bag purposely to kill him. I mean, maybe more animals are. Maybe I don't know. Maybe all animals are trying to tell us something and we just don't know it yet.
So he twinkle bells them. The ferrets chew a branch off the tree so fast that it falls down into the quicksand. And then he can grab it and climb out of the quicksand. But then one ferret in the melee falls into the quicksand too and starts getting sucked down. And so now it's Dar's turn to save the ferret. And now that they've taken turns saving each other.
They're all friends now.
They're besties for life.
I've got my 2 ferrets and my hawk going on a desert revenge mode.
I'm going to name you Kodo. You get a name too, Podo. Kodo and Podo. My friends.
After he becomes best friends with his little new ferret buddies, he's going to meet another little friend, but he meets a third and kind of final animal friend in his little gang. And this is where we meet the tiger that has dyed black with Loreal Paris hair.
That is trying to pass as a
panther. But it's really funny because he's kind of roaming in the desert on his revenge mission. And he sees 2 Junes. Of course, they're Junes.
Right.
Fucking Junes. They're literally just have a panther tied up and they're kind of just poking it.
And he sees it through the eyes of the hawk. So
yeah,
the hawk is the one that's watching this whole thing go down.
No. He does not have time for that shit.
Dar is watching remotely.
Yes,
from
remotely
his other
watching.
location.
But it's kind of funny because it's building up that like they're treating this animal very poorly. But I'm like, these guys are literally in the desert with
They
a
tie it
panther.
to a post that's just in the
it's
desert.
like
It's just a random post sticking out of the desert.
They've got this panther tied to it, and they're just kind of like, "Whoa, gonna get you." And I'm like, is this really how you spend your days, Junes? Come on.
Yes.
Like, come on. They're just taunting it ridiculously.
Finding Black Panthers, tying them up on random posts, and then being like, panther, poking.
We're gonna get you.
It's so strange. They're like teasing it, but it's supposed to seem like they're torturing it. But because, of course, Dar will not stand for animals being teased, he will not do it.
No, now that he knows the wind chime comes in, he's gonna save it.
Yes. So they find their way down. They save it. As we have stated, it is very clearly a tiger. It is painted black. Its appearance changes throughout the movie. But that is the last of his little gang. So he's got Kodo, Podo, the tiger, the hawk. He is covered from all angles.
I have my eyes. I have my cunning. And now I have strength. Your name is Ru.
After he's got his ragtag gang, you guys, he
needs to go take a bath. He needs to go to the river.
and when he gets to the river, you guys, we see boobs, nymphs bathing in booby water.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, this is a PG
Yes.
movie. It was 1982. Never have I seen so many damn boobs. Well, in a PG movie.
And you're like, other places, yes.
Other places, I am swimming in teats. Let me tell you.
Swimming in TDs. But they're also literally swimming in tits to tie it all together. They are servants for Rip Torn's crew, but I guess they've had a day off. I guess it's their vacation days or something, because it's not like they're in a hurry. They have undressed leisurely. They are leisurely swimming.
Dude, even
having
servants
the time
need a
of their
day off.
lives.
Even servants need to get a good old titty bath, right?
Dar, because he has Kodo and Podo and they're up to no fucking good, he's like, go get her clothes. Go get her clothes and drag them away so that when she gets out of the water, she has to chase them all naked. And so they drag her clothes. She's running through the forest with just the tiniest little, it's like a...
They should have just not given her clothes at this point.
Yes, it's like a piece of sheet that's kind of like torn and tied over her breasts and a teensy little piece over her butt.
She's a servant. You know, she had to make do with what she got. And I know they strategically placed it so well to cover like the nip and the vag just perfectly.
Yes, barely.
You know they got that clothing tape. She's taped up left to right.
There was one point where she got off the ground that I was like, I think I just saw some labia.
I did.
But
For
can't
sure.
be sure.
For sure.
But it seemed very clear to me at that moment. So this is where Dar is just, you guys, he's a prankster. He's just he's on a revenge tour. He looks fierce, but he's also fun. He also hasn't
since he met
lost.
those ferrets just brought so much joy in his life after they tried to kill him in that thing. He's just learning how to prank. And he doesn't really prank. He just like really scares people, like steals their clothes and chases them through the forest. It's a prank.
Yes, because he thinks it's hilarious that the ferrets are dragging her clothes. When she gets into a little clearing in the forest, all of a sudden the jaguar / painted tiger comes out.
Scares the shit out of this woman. She's gonna die.
But then Dar immediately comes up, grabs her. So imagine you're this woman in the forest. There's a giant black tiger.
No, you've had two
growling
weasels.
at you.
You've had two weasels steal your clothes. And then you go to chase them.
Drag your clothes.
And you see this giant panther come out, and then you get totally body slammed by this guy, by this oily, slick, nude guy. Man, wow, 80s was a wild time.
He's holding her, and he's like,
Don't move. The beast is fierce. But if we show no fear, we might escape.
if you show fear, it'll get you. And I'm like, you're the scarier one in this scenario.
It's kind of like,
you
it brings us back to Legend, remember? It took the teasing too far. This is very reminiscent of that situation because he's pulling that whole, like, I'm going to save you / I know what's going on because I'm a little prankster. And he's like, punked you. Ashton Kutcher, get on out here. You've been punked by the animal gang.
They're all just like in front of the cameras, like, gotcha. it's silly, you guys, because he turns to the tiger and he's like giving the tiger this face of like, get out of here, I'm working my magic. Get out of here, I'm working my magic. And he's trying to make it look like he's so tough to the girl, but really the tiger is his friend. It's just a silly little game. He pins her down on the ground, which does not help anything. He's already like bear hugged her, held her against her will. Now he's body slammed her to the ground. He's like, who are you? Tell me more about yourself. This seems like a totally normal, casual way to meet somebody, and I just want to know more about you. She's like, I owe you my life. And he's like, well, how about this? Just starts kissing her uncontrollably. Like, he's such a creep. He jumps out of the woods.
I mean,
body slams her, starts kissing
guys,
her.
the Junes are everywhere. They're killing everybody. Servants, just live your life, man.
He's like, look at this freaking loincloth I have on. Are you really going to argue with this?
But he does. It definitely is not consensual, and she is like not happy about it. It's that very like, you get off of me, but she kind of is like, I wonder if he'll be on me ever again type of look, you know?
I wonder if he'll ever be back on me again. So she's like, hey, I actually can't run away with you, because he's at this point, he's so lonely that he's like immediately like, marry me, run away with me, we can live a life together. I know I just met you and I stole your clothes, but I think this could really work. She's like, you should forget about me. I'm a servant for Rip Torn, and he does not fuck around, and it's not going to end well for you. So you might want to just forget that you ever even fucking met me. But she runs off, and that's that.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
You would do well to forget me and follow the Juns. With them you could die like a man. Not so with the priests of Orm. Goodbye, Dar. Be careful.
After all that happened, he's with his ragtag animal gang, his two weasels, his hawk, and his tiger. That's a panther.
Yes.
And this is kind of a side quest, so we won't spend too much time on it. But this world is just mind-boggling. He walks up to this like ritual.
And it's kind of a cave-ish
It's
thing.
kind of a cave, and you see these big like hanging white kind of glowing ball things.
Sacks, yeah.
He, I guess, stumbled upon the Bat People cave, because these things come out, and like Cadence said, imagine if a human being was covered, you know, like Lady Gaga's meat dress. Imagine the meat dress, but
perfect,
it's black. That's what they look like, and they're just hunching out, and he just stumbles upon a little bat ritual, little Bat People ritual.
Because it turns out that the sexy-bodied butterface skullcap wearers are not the only group of the cauldron, because
Nope.
the
Bat People, for sure,
are also cooking something in their cauldron. It involves a human head. I guess they have a very specific way of killing people because they needed
Bat
that
people
head in the
yeah,
cauldron.
notoriously.
But they only have like weird little fingers because they're like
Because they're bats.
attached to the wings.
They've got
And so
those
how
weird big fingers. They just pick apart the little bones in their cauldron.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how can they
But
get
they're
so
so
much detailed
scary.
work done?
They're so
They're
scary.
terrifying.
And basically, long story short, they're going to kill him, but then they're like, oh, you've got a hawk with you, and we happen to have a hawk picture statue, even though we're Bat People.
I don't know if you noticed this, but we have a hawk totem right here.
And I know
in
it's
the
confusing
cave.
because we are Bat People, and you're wondering,
Yes.
is that a human skull?
We're mammals,
Yeah.
and that's a bird.
And that's a bird,
and
but we worship this bird that you happen to
both
have.
have wings, but it's just, you know,
So you
it's
know
the
what?
theme.
We're cool, dude. We're cool. We're not going to kill you. We're not going to turn you to goo, put you in our little cauldron. We're going to let you go on your merry little way.
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, it is weird because they have a little boy captive, and the boy tries to escape, and they swing their gross prosciutto arms
Sick.
around him.
Oh, you know it's so
turn
hot.
him into goo. But then there's a head in the cauldron. So do they not turn everyone into goo? Like, who do
I
they
would
chop up
imagine
versus
it
who
depends
they goo?
on just time of day, really, probably.
Time of day.
Just depends on time of day. You know,
It's goo time.
it's goo time.
It's chopping time or it's goo time.
you never
When
know.
you're a bat person, you know.
It's whatever the hawk, whatever
our
our hawk lord wants us to do that day. If it's a child,
Dear
child.
Hawk Lord, is
Even
it
though
a
we are
chop
bats,
or a goo?
and even though bats don't eat meat or anything, we're actually quite peaceful creatures. Like it, I think they're actually supposed to be bats. But anyway, it introduces this whole other element of
And they don't have any hair or fuzz. You know how bats have like fuzzy stuff? No, they're like, they look like skin.
Slick.
They
They're
just look
slick.
like slick skin. It is disgusting.
But you're also thinking, this is where it brings in like a whole other element, because we have not, so far it's been humans, different types of humans. We've had the butterface witches, but they're still within the realm of human. This takes it to a whole other level, dude. These are full Bat People. What do they do?
Yes.
Do people know they exist?
Yes.
Do they talk to him because they're part bat? Does
Yes.
he windchime them? You know,
Yes.
are they evil? Nothing is explained.
You have
Just
no
a group
idea.
of bat people.
All you know is that they have a totem of a hawk, and the freaking hawk flies over, and because they're all gathering around him, and you think
They're going to kill him. They're going to
oh,
possibly
this
goo
is
him.
cauldron time.
They're either going to chop him up and skin him and use his bones in a cauldron, or they're going to goo him. Don't know
and
what
they
time
have
of day
very
it is.
elaborate cages. That's just a whole nother side note. They have
yes,
woven the most elaborate
But how
cages.
do they
I don't know
weave
how
it with
they do
their
it with
two little
hands.
fingers?
That's
Oh,
what
it's
I'm
like, you know what?
saying.
They use it like
knitting needles.
knitting needles.
Their two little fingers.
So they just get their two little bat claws and they just knit all day, create these beautiful, because they are beautiful.
So elaborate. So they're surrounding him. You're like, oh, he's definitely getting cauldroned or gooed. And then, yes, at the last moment, the hawk flies over and they're like, you know what? Never mind. Never
We have a
mind. They
hawk-
start backing up. Nope.
They kind of like
Nope.
shuffle out
You're
like
wrong.
Homer Simpson into the bush. Like, we're
Yes,
not-
into the bush.
But also, it's like, they don't know anything about this dude. They don't know that hawk belongs to him. Have they never seen a hawk before? If they do, and the hawk is their deity because they have this totem.
Is the hawk a mythology that they've
Are
never
they gonna
laid eyes
freak
on
out?
before?
Does everybody just like, this is it? The salvation has come? Like, what
yes,
happens?
second coming, resurrection,
Nope,
like
doesn't-
Armageddon.
Too
is
bad we don't
here,
get to know.
I want to know all about their mythology, their theology. But as he's leaving, he's holding his sword just in case. Like they have backed away, but just in case he has his sword out.
Got
and
him.
then one of the little bat people is like, let me just give you a little gift. And so they like slip a necklace with a medallion onto the sword. And
Bat people notoriously hate touching other humans.
Yes.
They only will.
and they have
With its
plenty
little
of places.
finger, just like it's one fingernail, putting it on the tip of a sword. It's very delicate, very beautiful. It's kind of
And then-
symbolic.
Where did they keep it? Where was the medallion? Where were they holding it?
Oh, it was in their sweaty prosciutto wings. He's like, oh, thanks.
It smells so bad.
And they trick him. They're just like, this is from our gods, but it's actually just from the kid they just turned to goo.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah,
This is a
definitely
sacred ornament
This
here.
is definitely sacred. So they give him that, and then he looks at the brand on his hand, and it's the same as the thing on the medallion, and he's like, okay, something
Shit is coming together.
happening here.
It slips out of his
so
hand because he's still oily. He can't hold it.
he can't hold on to
Can't hold the
anything.
medallion. So he leaves. He's like, thanks, bat people. Peace.
He's like, I'll be haunted by this until the day I die, but thank you for letting me go.
all right. So, now we got to take a break from the Beastmaster. We're gonna do a little intermission just to catch everybody up, make sure we're all on the same page, do a little mental health check-in.
That makes me feel like I'm very responsible for people's mental health, and I don't want that responsibility, but we can catch you up on the plot of the Beastmaster.
How everybody doing? But we decided that we're going to do a little thing this season where we're going to kind of do a little intermission after listening to the Moonlight episode. Lord knows I need help with...
You mean Moonfall?
Moonfall,
You didn't even
sorry.
get the movie title
no.
right.
But I was doing Moonfall with Cadence, and this was the one where I was kind of describing her. And there was a part of the plot that, it was nowhere online, so I didn't see it online. Nobody talked about it or anything. I truly believe that part of this plot was that they grew potatoes on the moon. And I was telling, where the...
That they grew potatoes in all of those little moons they made in order to save
the little,
humanity.
what is it called? Like
it was
the-
powered by a dwarf star and a potato.
I think it's called the Dyson sphere, yes. And they put a Dyson sphere around a dwarf star. That's how they get energy. But somehow potatoes were involved in this. You guys, I don't know what I was thinking. I literally left you a voice note where I was like, what? How did I do that? What was I thinking? That nowhere were potatoes talked about. That was literally my brain just being so dedicated to those potatoes. And
I know, you were locked in.
I mean, I've never made a mistake that... I don't even call that a mistake. I don't know what that was.
That was a whole different imagined reality that you
yeah, exactly.
entered.
And I
like
texted
a
Cadence and I was
parallel
like,
universe.
the only thing I could possibly think of is that maybe I dreamt it, because sometimes that happens. Most of the time I'm able to separate dreams from reality, but every once in a while one sneaks in there. And I'm thinking maybe I
just locked in.
I just locked that plot in and I was convinced.
Anyway.
Okay, so let's catch up on Beastmaster. What is going on? Where are we?
Let us remember that we are following the main character whose name is Dar. Dar is oily. He's muscly. He wears
So
a
muscly.
fringe leather loincloth. He
so much
has
upper thigh.
friends that are animals. He has a black spray-painted black tiger that is with him. He has 2 little ferrets that help him out. He has a hawk that helps him out. And his whole village was killed by the Junes. And he's on a mission now to find out where they came from, why they destroyed his village, and probably going to throw a little revenge in there as well. But we just get to see his little adventures. He has seen the naked lady in the river. He tries to freak her out, thinks it's so cute and funny, but it really is creepy. She runs away because she's a slave to someone high up and important. And then as he leaves the river, he walks into a random cave full of intricate cages and a cauldron and giant bats that we think are bat people.
But they,
we're not
worship
entirely sure.
a hawk totem.
Which, how do you carve a totem with just one little finger?
I know. How did they make this jewel that they gave to him too? He was about to get boiled alive, and then they saw that hawk and they put down their little fingers and they were like, "Nope, not today, Dar. You're
Not
free.
today."
You're out of this one."
I mean, it's funny because there's a little boy in a cage and he tries to escape and they capture him and they goo him immediately. They have no compassion for the little boy.
This is just a recap, girl. You're getting it way too. You're getting way too intricate. And also, during this intermission, we just want to give a little bit of love to the people who listen to us because we genuinely love and appreciate it always.
We really, really do. And it always warms our hearts when we see something nice that you wrote about us or a nice comment you left us or a review you left us. So today, we're going to highlight the review of Kelly Madden. And she wrote, "One of my favorite film podcasts. Every episode is gold. So damn funny." So thank you, Kelly. We super appreciate you listening.
Kelly.
And
Yes.
if you have not taken the time, the rest of yous, to write us a review or send something to us, we would really appreciate if you took 5 seconds to go leave us some stars on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, because it really does help.
Or
And
leave us a little comment
every
on
little
Instagram.
star helps.
Every little star helps, but
Yeah.
every little nice comment on Instagram is really fun to read. So yeah, leave us something and we'll give you a little shout out possibly next time. Possibly.
Possibly.
If you make the cut.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. No emojis, no capital letters, no misspellings, no bad punctuation. Nothing political, nothing angry, nothing rude.
We have a very, very specific criteria.
We have a checklist of all the things. If you want to leave us a nice review or comment, check out our terms and conditions page.
We have a whole thing. You have to click to accept and agree to the terms.
Yes, and you'll
It's
get an
the whole
email.
thing, but it's worth it because we might give you a shout out.
And you'll get an email every day for the rest of your life that spams your email. And you might actually get paper mail because we're going to send you nonstop spam.
You never know. You might get some surprises.
But you know what? You might get a little shout out in the middle of a
Might get a
podcast.
shout-out.
All right, so we're going to hop back into Beastmaster. So after Dar has left the bat people / hawk people / cocoon people / cauldron people.
I guess the medallion is all part of the mystery. He's like, okay, well, the medallion, the thing in my hand, the bat people, like, I think I'm headed in the right direction. And as we spoke about before, he already has seen like numerous bodies on giant spikes in the ground, correct? His whole village, they took all the extra time to find trees and then like cut down the
spiking a
trees and then
body.
create spikes out of them and then put bodies on them. And I guess they just love doing that because again, we are on a road that is just over rolling hills, not a tree in sight. But the both sides of the road for like miles is lined with bodies on these giant spikes on the side of the road.
Rip Torn's a hard badass, dude. And that's how you know, instead of following the yellow brick road, you follow the spiked body road.
It's like, well, that's definitely a way to get people somewhere. No, they're like, you're going in the right direction. You got all these bodies guiding you. At the end of the body road, that's when he comes across like
This beautiful Egyptian temple world.
yes,
So
like
good.
there's a moat and everything around this village, but it's not filled with water. It's filled with like bubbling tar goo. And he's like, this seems
It's Rip Torn.
weird. This seems like a moat I have not yet seen.
Well, if that didn't seem weird enough, he walks in and there's just Rip Torn sacrificing kids. Walked in at the right exact time.
And tons of gourds. Did you notice how many hanging, like,
So
you know those
many.
old bottles that they make out of gourds? I mean,
So
nets full
many
of gourd bottles.
Gourd water bottles left, right. This is gourd water bottle heaven. Because when you're sacrificing kids into a fire on top of a pyramid, and we do want to set the stage that Rip Torn is wearing 2 little baby dreadlocks on the side of his face, and at the end of his dreads, he's got little skulls.
Little barrettes.
That's his sacrificing kids skull. They like those little, remember those little like popper ones that like when you were a kid, that's what they look like.
That's exactly what they look like. I'm like, what? Who did someone make those? Or are those actual skulls of something?
Those are his sacrificing kids skull. Little.
He's like, I need to look good when I'm sacrificing babies.
I need to look sassy, and they like hit his face when he turns side to
Yes,
side.
because they're
It's
pretty
so
big,
good.
all
Oh,
things
they're
considered,
big.
and so they just sort of like bounce off the
They're
side
the
of
size
his
of a
face
small egg.
when he's trying to look cool.
He's trying to look cool, but it's not. But this is where the movie does take a little bit of a dark turn because he does full on throw a kid into the fire. He's just like,
Oh, it's
boom.
pretty rough. Yeah, he's standing at the top. The whole village is there. Because when he walks in, it's like all the houses are empty. And he's like, where could everyone be? But when he walks to the center and sees the temple, there's Rip Torn. Everyone's standing around watching. And Rip Torn's just like holding this baby up and just chucks it into the fire.
Receive this child as a gift from your devoted servant.
Sacrificing day. It's body sacrificing day.
And it's like so traumatizing. But then after he sacrifices one, he's like, oh, no, actually, God needs 2 babies sacrificed today. Who's it going to be? And so he sends someone down in the crowd.
Mar is not yet satisfied. Hold back from Mar what is his, and you will all perish by his hand. Will you dare this fate?
He says baby, but then he chooses somebody, and it's a full 12-year-old boy.
It's a fairly older child. It's
like
probably
a
toddler age.
And he's like holding it up to throw it in, and the boy's wiggling around, and I'm like, how is he holding up that 12-year-old boy?
Because it's an extended period of time.
He's making a speech to the gods. It's a big deal. But right when he throws in this second child, Dar's hawk is like, no.
No.
Dar and the hawk are here. Dar Hawk, the spray painted tiger, 2 ferrets. We're here. We're going to save this kid.
So the hawk dives down. I mean, it's like so suspenseful. The kid's like hanging on for his dear life over the edge. The hawk goes down and picks him up. My favorite shot is when it's like the hawk from a distance carrying it. It's clearly like a baby doll.
Yeah, it's like a stuffed rag.
It's
Yeah.
just like
It's so
tingling.
bad.
But then Rip Torn is like, oh, you might think that was a miracle, but it wasn't a miracle. That was just the hawk god telling us that he wants more babies. So he tries to like flip it around
Classic.
and make it work in his favor because
Classic.
he's running a cult and he just can't look like an idiot, even though he's got his 2 little braids bouncing around on the side of his head. But he does call the sacrifice to a close because he doesn't really know how to keep it going at this point because the baby is being flown around. So he's like,
It's taken away from the sacrifice.
let's take a pause on this. I'm going to go back to my lair. I have the hot ladies with the ugly faces, and we're all just going to reconvene later. We'll do this at a different time. So everybody leaves the sacrifice. I guess the dad of the kid who was going to get sacrificed and got saved by the hawk gets his kid back.
Yeah, they just gave it back. The hawk just dropped it back in his lap.
Just
Because the next thing
dropped
we
it
know,
back.
Dar is totally having a hangout session with the dad. And the kid's fine. The kid's like, thanks for that. Like, happy, smiley faced. He's not crying. He's not questioning his life. He just got thrown into a fire pit.
The hawk was flying like 200 feet in the air.
Not only did he get picked up by a hawk and
flying.
flying, so high, he literally got thrown into a fire pit. Like Kaden said, it was suspenseful. He was about to die. But you know what? He's happy. He's just a kid.
He's just a kid.
And the dad's like, you know what?
He bounces back.
Thanks for that, hawk, man. Thanks.
I don't know who you are, but so the dad's just like, what can I do to thank you? You saved my kid. And Dar's like, listen, great, whatever, your kid's alive. That's neither here nor there. Can you tell me where that hot slave lady was? She was standing up on the thing. She was wearing that white flowy gown. Do you know where she's at?
I happened to abuse her in the forest earlier today as a little joke. It was no big deal. We go far back.
It was hilarious. She loved it. And the dad's like, yes, absolutely. I can tell you where to find her.
I will be forever in your debt. What is mine
is yours. Just ask me for anything.
There was a girl on the pyramid. She's a friend.
The John Horde slaughtered most of the young men in Auruk. Said our king is imprisoned in the pyramid. His son disappeared. The Johns put their demon high priest, Mayax, in power, along with the fiendish witch women.
What about the girl?
The slave girls. They've been taken back to the temple to prepare them for their deaths.
I must find her.
After that dad and the kid just go live in their life, they're just like, you know what? Another day off the hook. We're going to just live our life.
I would be terrified that Rip Torn just shows up again.
We got to go get some more gourds. We got to go get some more water gourds because that's
They're
their
like,
whole...
we have nothing else to worry about. It seems like a good day for gourds.
But you know, Rip Torn doesn't look at the kids in the eye. He has no idea what they look like. He was going to pass that kid in the street and wave, and it's going to be like, nothing happened. It was sacrificing day. It happens.
And after a while, you'd run out of kids because there's not enough time to make more kids. So what are you going to do?
You're just sacrificing too much.
Too many kids.
Rip Torn, he just doesn't know how to run this little town. So Dar gets out of there. He's just like, you know what? I don't want to be here. One kid saving. That's all I have time for.
Listen, this is not my job, okay?
My hawk is exhausted. He just literally pulled up your kid.
I did you a favor.
So he goes into the forest, and we will say that Rip Torn is not going to let him get away that easy. He does send an assassin after Dar.
Mm-hmm. He meets with his sweet cauldron squat ladies who are just squatting around the cauldron doing their little sway.
So they're very like the Fates. And just like the Fates, they are like, you know what? That hawk, that was Dar. Dar, he just darred out of here. He just darted out of our city. So let's get him. They almost do, but before they
Lucky
do,
for Dar. Lucky for Dar.
Dar meets two really great people, Seth and Boy. What's the boy's name?
Yes, I don't remember the kid's name.
We'll
I didn't put it in my notes. So we'll just call him Boy. But Seth is like this big, burly black guy, also wearing a little fringe miniskirt / loincloth. I mean, the amount of thighs and butts, I will say it again, in this movie
and we get more
gratuitous in the best way.
But we kind of learn that Seth and this little boy are from the kingdom that Dar is from. Dar does not know he's from this kingdom because he was
just a baby.
He was just a baby
who got put into a cow's belly. So he doesn't know.
So he doesn't know, but these two people say that they're from this kingdom. So he's like, you know what? You guys look pretty cool. You saved me from this. Let's go on an adventure together.
Let's go. The guy, and they're like, we're pioneers. Our kingdom got overrun by this real big asshole. It's Rip Torn, guys. And we need to find a way to save our king. And he's like, I have things to do. You have things to do. Let's do those things together. Let's go. But first, I'm looking for this woman because he's really still
obsessed with this woman.
Got his mind.
He does not know the time and place. This man from earlier, his son almost got sacrificed, and the only thing you can say is like, "Where's that hot chick that was looking at it?" Like that. There's a time and place, Dar.
Mm-hmm. Just wait. And so, luckily for him, keep in mind he has Hawk, and when he's meditating, he can see through the hawk's eyes. We kind of addressed this.
Oh, of course, yes. Windchime hawk eyes.
He takes Seth and the boy. They are all sitting around. He's like, hold on one second. Let me see something through the hawk's eyes. Literally, Seth and the kid just sit there staring at him like, what's happening right now? Because he's just sitting totally, completely still.
There's we'll have to do a little 5-second. There's a clip where Seth is like he has this just total look of it's the best look I've seen. What? What you doing? And he's like, hold on, channeling into Hawk. Oh, I think Hawk might see this girl I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think maybe she is taken prisoner by the priest.
Her whole thing.
That worked for Rip Torn.
Her whole thing, this whole movie has just been taken prisoner. What does she actually go to be in prison to do? She's just constantly being taken prisoner.
Poor thing.
But you don't actually know. Is she put to work? Is she going to be sacrificed? Nope.
No, because the only time we see her, she's just standing as adornment during the child sacrifice.
No, she's always being taken prisoner. To where? To do what? We don't know.
Who knows?
She's constantly in shackles, being taken on a boat, on a pyramid, watching kids burn. She's Rip Torn's army. She's in a river. She's forever a prisoner.
So when Hawk sees her, she's being taken by Rip Torn's priests. They're walking on the side of a cliff. I guess they're trying to get to a river so they can hop on a raft, and I don't know where they're going to go once they get on that raft. I don't know the logistics of their plan.
We don't know Rip Torn's plan when we don't want to ask.
But it doesn't matter because all we need to know is that Dar, Seth, Boy, and his gang of animals meet them all down at the river. They save Kiri, they save Kiri, the slave girl, and they steal that raft, and they're like, "Oh, we're getting where you were going now, wherever that might be. Now we're on the way there."
Yeah, nobody knows. Again, you know what? Like we said, Rip Torn, he's got business all over these many kingdoms. It's trading, it's business, it's supply, demand, stealing baby. Like how does he do it all?
I was genuinely trying to understand the logistics because at first I thought it was just like one place, one kingdom. And then as time went on, I'm like, oh no, he's like taking over areas.
Yeah.
So then it's like a region.
Imagine his daily planner. Throw a kid in fire at 4. He's got like a sassy person. You're gonna throw 2 kids in a fire at 4. I think at 6 you've got dinner with the bat people. Do you remember that? The bat people? Please tell me you remember that. Okay, because tomorrow morning you've got more prisoners on boat that you're gonna sacrifice. And
we
then you're gonna
meet at the cauldron at 8:30 because those women are squatting around it and they don't have much time.
Did you schedule the witch to take that baby out of that person's stomach and throw it in a cow? Oh, you didn't. Rip Torn, you
Where
are a nightmare.
my hair braiders and my barrette people? Because I need my hairstyle before we do that. Because I need to look cool when I'm standing up there sacrificing babies. Okay? Can we just?
Rip Torn's got a packed schedule.
I need 100 more gourd water bottles.
Give me
by the
more.
End of the day.
I'm very thirsty. Give me those gourds.
Yeah, I don't understand any of the logistics of how far they're traveling and how fast the Junes are getting from one place to the next in order to take it over.
You still don't know where they're taking these prisoner women.
We
taking
don't
them with
know
them.
Where? No, it involves some kind of sacrifice. Is there just one temple that looks like that? Are there multiple temples that look like that? Are they building them in every community they take over? And in like Dar's original community, they just killed everybody. And so why are they killing some entire villages, but then not killing entire other villages?
I feel like you get a bunch of sacrifices if you just took over a village.
Yeah, just take them over, man. You got way more babies to sacrifice if you have more people to produce the babies. I mean, it seems like a more sustainable model, but I'm not Rip Torn, so I'm not going to criticize it. All you need to know is that that little ragtag gang gets to where they're going, which is where Rip Torn is currently residing, wherever that might be.
They saved the slave girl. I think we kind of brushed over that. They do save her.
Yes, they do save her.
If we did not make that clear. So now we've got a real ragtag team. We've got Slave Girl. We've got Seth. We've got Boy. We've got Dar. We've got Ferret Pair. We've got Spray Painted Black Tiger. And we've got Hawk. And they are like, you know what? We can change this world we live in together as a team. How are we going to do that? Just breaking Rip Torn's place of residence, stir some shit up.
That's all they have a plan to do is stir some shit up. So they sneak into the little town. They sneak. So I guess this pyramid where sacrifices are also taking place is multi-purpose. Okay, it's multi-purpose. Yeah. You have the cauldron with the hot-bodied women.
They're on the west side.
You have a prison in there too.
Prison's on the east side.
Yes. You have some kind of little like meeting area for Rip Torn and his goons. You have another area where little experiments are being placed on men. Okay, so there's lots of stuff going on in this prison. They break in, and what they're seeing is that in the experiment wing of the pyramid, they're pouring these little like neon worms into the men's ears, and it's turning them into zombies. And that is how Rip Torn is getting such a giant army that just follows every order. They're just zombies.
They're little June bugged. They've got little June bugs in their ears. That's why he calls them the Juns. This makes a lot of sense.
They sneak in and they release prisoners. There is it's kind of like the Temple of Doom. There's lots of booby traps.
Oh, I was going to say,
lots of stuff happening around every
Temple
corner.
of Doom. And it actually is like Chichen Itza in Mexico, like the actual old ancient sites, because they weren't original enough to think about like...
No.
Because it is literally like they're sacrificing at the top of this pyramid and like throwing their bodies down. It's very Mel Gibson apocalypto, but...
The place from the outside doesn't look like it's that big, but it's very misleading because once you go inside...
It's like an office building. There's literally different floors going on. And I love how you said that because it really is. You're looking, because they really do. They film these little scenes that are all taking place on this pyramid that looks like it only has a top of a pyramid, right? The rest of it is stairs and pyramid. Nope.
Yes.
It's got little compartments. It's got little secret balconies, little lab centers. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I mean, for all of Rip Torn's bad ideas, the pyramid in and of itself was very efficient. All you need in one building, and it's all like right at your fingertips. You can be an evil guy in a limited amount of space and then just go outside and sacrifice when you got some time.
Yeah, shout from the top of your pyramid.
brilliant.
Everybody at the lower ends of the pyramids can hear what you're saying. So you can be like, hey,
everyone can hear
hey,
you.
more
Amplify your
June bugs in
voice.
the ears. Hey, I see you, experimental wing. More June bugs.
More June bugs, more prisoners. So they're making their way through. In the process, you guys, the tiger that spray painted black eats the hot bodied ladies.
Oh, they don't know.
Like-
They're too busy squatting around. They're like,
They don't
and they don't even see. And this is at the end of the movie. The tiger's spray paint actually is coming off, so his head is more full tiger now, and his body is more panther. So just to give an idea, it's they've kind of given up on spray painting that guy.
They probably at some point were like, no one's going to notice, but everyone will notice. And so, yeah, they're dead. They release the prisoners. They start trying to destroy the lab. Like, it's chaos. You think they're winning.
They are roughing shit up.
They escape with the
They are
prisoners.
roughing shit up.
They have a little meeting with the prisoners they've released. They come up with another plan. And then that's when they go back in for the final battle, which takes an endless amount of time. So we're not going to walk you all the way through it.
The way that you know Dar and his team versus the Rip Torn's team, Dar's team, all the prisoners they've released, thigh, upper thigh, so much thigh. So when there's the fight scenes that are pretty poorly constructed, you know that it's a good guy versus a bad guy if you see
It's like a shirts and skins situation.
Exactly. Because Rip Torns, they've got full leather bat ears on. They've got like full leather outfits, not to be confused with bat people. They just have bat ears on.
Yes,
and so,
they're like full, like kind of like leather daddy masks. With
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, like
yes,
bat
it's
ears
very
attached
strange.
to it.
And all the prisoners in Dar's team, full buttocks, upper thigh, stomach glistening. So just to set the stage.
So they have this battle, and one of my favorite parts of the entire thing is they have to make their escape out of the giant gate. And everybody knows that gate that's around a castle, right? You have your like big fortress walls, and then you have that gate that's like on a pulley system.
And then
with
you've got
the
that
ropes.
pyramid. That ancient pyramid in the middle of your medieval moat gate with your moat with not water in it.
No, like tar, whatever that is. And so they're like, they close the gate. They can't get out. Oh, but don't you worry. Dar has 2 ferrets, lest you forget. He sends the little ferrets up the side of the wall, and he's like, chew through the rope. Guys, this rope is like, I don't know, 4 inches in circumference.
Huge. It's like a tree trunk. But they needed those ferrets to do something because we had the tiger eat the fates. We had the hawk save the boy. It's time for the ferrets to step up.
And all they were doing was stealing shit before. So it's like, come on, ferrets. Now's the time. Step it up, do something. So it works. The ferret they chew the little thing, they get out. One of them almost dies in the process. It's pretty traumatizing. He almost gets his little head cut off.
And I want to know, like, during this whole battle, is Dar, like, talking to the animals? Because that'd be really hard to, like, what are you doing, spray-painted tiger? Like, what are you doing, my little guy? Like, too many conversations going on. And if you telepathically wind-chiming.
If you're yes.
Like, are they all talking to each other? Like, is it like a walkie-talkie situation?
Yes. Are you giving them all the instructions and then sending them out to do the job? Or are you walking them through it as they're doing it?
And if they all have questions, do they like talk at the same time? Or like, how do you listen to
That would
one
be
versus
pure
the other?
chaos.
Yeah.
That
While
would
you're
be
trying to
pure
fight
chaos.
these leather daddies, of course it'd be chaos.
So one of the ferrets is about to get beheaded, and the other ferret crawls up the bad guy's pants and bites his nuts, and that's how the ferrets escape.
They are like the comic relief of this very weirdly toned movie. Because you kind of think it's like a kid's movie, and then you see the sacrificing and the bat people sacrificing, assuming they're sacrificing a kid in the cauldron. You've got a lot of side boob and buttocks and
a little tiny bit of labia at one point.
A little bit of labia when he attacks her.
Yes.
You know, charmingly attacks her in the forest like one does.
It's a lot of chaos.
Even the freaking little kid at the end. Okay, Seth's little kid at the end. You know how he gets shot by the arrow? I don't want to skip too far ahead. You know what? Let's just get to the But even him, full upper thigh. He's laying on the table with the arrow in him, and it's all child upper thigh. I don't want to see
all
that,
child
dude.
thigh.
It's all child thigh. I don't want to see that. Everybody's thighs are out. It's wild.
It's a lot of thigh. So they get out of the gate, but the battle still continues because why not? Let's make this movie a solid 2.5 hours long.
It is over 2 hours long,
time.
this movie, yeah. And the battle just keeps going and going and going.
And as they are kind of getting to the point, like Dar and his people are getting to the point that they're like, I don't know if we're going to win this.
We're not going to win.
Oh, we have some heroes come back into the picture, my friend.
Actually,
and it is.
Let's just take a quick moment for the audience to think about the heroes that are going to come save the day. Got it? Okay, go.
It's the Bat People. They have come back. They have come back.
And
I guess they knew where he was. I guess they knew he needed help.
The way they save the day is so funny because they kind of stand up creepy in rows of threes behind the leather daddies that they're fighting with, and then they kind of engulf them in their wings. So they are very lurky.
They have to sneak,
and then very sneaky. And I'm like, okay, interesting approach for the Bat People, but you know what? It works.
I would think I guess it depends on whether or not the Bat People can fly. I guess I'm assuming they can. In that case, it seems like
I'm assuming they can
fly
because they
down
got there
into
pretty
the
quick.
crowd, kick over people. Like there's so many things you could do if you're swooping down from the air. The fact that they chose to land and then like sneak up on people feels like the least efficient way.
Yeah, they should have struck from
fight
above.
in a battle.
Struck from above.
That's just me. And then you have one last fight. Rip Torn and Dar are back at that pyramid, fighting to the death. And of course, Rip Torn gets his karma and he gets thrown into the fire and he dies and Dar wins.
The whole time Dar and Rip Torn are fighting on the top of this pyramid, beautiful slave girl on the back is laying, but like, I don't know if you caught this, but she's laying so seductively on the top of that sacrificial table the whole time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, she's got one leg up.
One leg
and it's
up.
Bent.
Her
I totally
arms are behind her head.
That.
Her chest is off the ground, like she's arching her back. And I'm like, oh my God, you are really making this sacrifice beautiful, girl.
I am so glad you remembered that because I totally forgot. I got so wrapped up in the Bat
She's
People
also
and
in a
stuff.
loincloth. You've only got one little areola cover. And she is full damsel in distress, but she is sexing the shit out of that.
Yes, I think at that point,
sacrificial
maybe
table.
they like caught her and they were like, okay, well, now we're going to sacrifice her. So there's no rhyme or reason to the sacrifices.
No.
You think it's just babies, but now you're like, oh, I guess it's women. Like, I'm not sure, but he changes his game plan, whatever. But he puts her on the thing to sacrifice her. And oh, yeah, she is just like, no.
Because Rip Torn and Dar are fighting for 3 hours, and the whole time she's laying like that. And I'm like, girl, that is some impressive core.
Yes.
You got an impressive core to be arching your back and having your leg up like that. Wow.
She is sexified. Yeah. So eventually, of course, Dar wins and Rip Torn and his little braids get thrown into the fire. They're victorious. And Dar finds out that he is the son of the king. And
yeah, because Seth and the little boy, they're all from this kingdom. And they were kind of just, it doesn't really explain. I guess Seth and the kid were the only people left from, did the people in the kingdom die?
They didn't explain that because there were also the prisoners where the blind king was also being held prisoner.
Yeah, right. I think it leads you to believe that
there
Rip Torn.
Were some people that they had prisoners.
Well, I think Rip Torn took over the kingdom. I think it's implied. Like once he sucked that baby out of that cow and put it in the cow, I'm sorry. I think
and
it
took
implies.
the king prisoner.
Yeah.
So it was like he killed the mom.
So Seth and little boy got away,
took the dad.
and they were the only two to get away. And so they explain everything to Dar, and then Dar finds out, and it's kind of a happy ending. And at the very end, we see that they're all a happy family, and the ferrets have had babies, and that's the end.
Kodo and Podo are now reproducing. Because doesn't he think they're both boys? And it turns out one's a boy and one's a girl. And he's like, oh, I see what's happening.
And they wanted nothing
here.
to do with them. They just wanted to cause chaos on their own. And
yeah,
then he
they're
took
like,
them up.
we're going to go do our own thing.
All right, so that was Beastmaster.
That was a masterful movie, if I may say so myself.
I love how the first half was a lot of like fun, like all this weird stuff. And then the last hour was just a fight scene, just tons of fighting.
Just so much fighting. And it's not super well choreographed.
I was going to say
very clumsy, but
it's very clumsy fighting. And that's why the Bat people coming is so funny because you're just like, where did they come from? Like their approach into the saving this last battle is so anticlimactic because they just creep up behind them. And like, they don't, like Dara's like, why the hell are you here? Like what? I mean, I'm glad you're here.
One time,
don't get me wrong.
You gave me a medallion. I'm not sure.
Maybe the
what
medallion was able
is.
to keep a little track of it. Maybe that's why the Bat people gave it to him.
It was a beacon.
Maybe it was a little bat.
And they just heard through the grapevine because they have echolocation, so they could hear the swords banging against each other.
Well, then they wouldn't need the freaking.
That's a battle.
Then they wouldn't need the freaking eye that they gave him.
Oh,
the little jewelry.
you're right.
I think the little eye jewelry that they slipped on the end of his sword, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like a little keeping an eye on him.
The little hawk emblem. Yeah, you're right. That was a little GPS.
But then the reasons that the Bat people want to save him, that doesn't make
are unclear.
Yeah, very
yes,
unclear.
Absolutely. Unclear. So if you want to watch that as of right now, it's on Tubi for free. And I would highly recommend it.
It's fun. It's definitely a fun watch.
Especially if you love butts and thighs, you will be in heaven.
You'll have every butt and thigh you can
sizes,
imagine.
Shapes, colors. It is a feast for the eyes. So
wet thighs, fist for the feet. Wait.
A fist.
I was going to say, what is it? Slippery wet thighs or feast for the eyes?
Oh, I like it. That should have been the tagline.
It's very 80s glam, fantasy glam, and I love it. It could not be better. It was actually a fun watch.
It was good. All right. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.